The last part of this section was word problems. Here what we have is we have a word problem, and we're going to have to write an equation based on the word problem, and then we're going to have to use that equation to find something else. So let's take a look at it. It says King Ka in New Jersey is the tallest and fastest roller coaster in the world. Riders travel at an average speed of 61 feet per second for 3,118 feet. They reach a maximum speed of 187 feet per second. So let's look at A. If x represents the total time that the roller coaster is in motion for each ride, write an expression to represent the situation. Now it gives us a hint. It says use the distance formula d equals rt. So that's what we're going to use. Now before we use d equals rt, we need to understand some things about it. D stands for distance. R stands for rate, also known as speed. And T stands for time. Now it already told us right here, let x represent the total time. So that means our t is what we're going to use for x. So what we need to figure out is what d and r are. So first d, distance. So we figure how far, how long is this roller coaster. So it says that riders travel at an average speed of 61 feet per second for 3,118 feet. So that's how long they are. So d equals rt. D, distance, is 3,118 feet. R is your rate or your speed. Now, they do something a little confusing here. They give us two speeds. They give us 61 feet per second right here. Let me highlight that. 61 feet per second. And then they tell us they have a maximum speed of 180 feet per second. We have two different speeds. So which one do we use? Well, if you think about it, the first one, 61 feet per second, that's the average speed. You'll see it right here. That is the average speed. And then this one over here is the maximum speed. So the maximum speed, this only happens one time in the ride. At one time that you go 187 feet per second. But the average, for the majority of the ride, you go 61 feet per second. So we're going to talk about the average speed, not the maximum speed. So for R, we're going to use 61, and then for T, we're going to use X like it told us to. So that is your equation, 3,118 equals 61X. Then they ask us, how long is the roller coaster? So we use that same equation to figure out how long the roller coaster takes. So we're going to solve this equation for X so we can figure out how long the roller coaster takes. So that's x is what we're trying to solve for. Again, we can draw a line down our equal sign. And if x is what we're trying to solve for, we got to move 61. Well, the 61 and the x are multiplying, so I'm going to divide the 61 over. And I say 3,118 divided by 61, and I get x equals 51.1 seconds. So the roller coaster takes about 51 seconds for you to ride on it. So that's how you do word problems with solving equations. If you have any questions, send me a message over mine. Other than that, good luck.